Once upon a time, a ship caught in a storm in a sea. The ship got destroyed and all the passengers in it were drowned in the sea. Except one man by grace of God. He survived somehow and came to the shore of the sea. After some time, when he regained his consciousness and his eyes opened, he found himself only desolate Thailand. As soon as the man woke up, he started praying to God and said, "Oh God, please help me. Please send me some help." Days passed but no help came for him. He spent his nights sleeping on the beach. Next day, when he woke up, he again prayed to God. But no help came. A few days passed like this. By now he had totally given up. Taking the life of desolate island has his fate. Man started to collect some wood and grass and made a heart for himself. He collected things from the broken ship and kept them in the heart. He started surviving by eating coconut and fish on the island, staying in the heart. He started spending his days. One day he lit a fire and bent in such a food. When he returned, he saw that his heart was on fire. He was very sad due to the destruction of his only shelter. In anger he raised his head toward the sky and started containing God, and said, "Oh God, I told you to send me some help. But you did not listen to my prayer. I had built a heart here to live. And you burned that too. You are very cruel." He was very disappointed and he kept complaining God till night. And then he fell asleep on the sea beach. In the morning he was woken up by a noise which was very loud. When he opened his eyes, he saw that a sheep has come to show. He could not believe his eyes. He was very happy that at last help had come to him. He got on the ship and sheep started sailing. After getting on the ship, the man asked the captain of the ship, "How did you know that I am stranded here in this deserted island?" Captain replied, "We saw a far signal sent by you coming from the island. We understood that there is someone on the island. That's why we came here." Man said, "But I did not send any fire signal." The captain said, "But we have come here only after seeing the fire signal." Just then man remembered his burning heart. He understood that the fire signal which the captain was talking about was his burning heart. He understood that it was God's plan to get him out of the deserted island by putting his heart on the fire. He understood that God's plan is bigger than his plan for himself. And he started thanking God. If we see in our lives, we will find that we do a lot of planning in our life. But what we want does not happen. And what happens is not of our choice. We always try to understand the happenings in our life with our limited mind. When trouble befalls us, our faith start to waver. Patience start to break. Hope start to fade. And we start complaining to God. While in such times one should try to get out of trouble by maintaining faith in God. In a word of over 7 billion people, God has a purpose and a plan for each and every one of us. We should keep doing our efforts by keeping faith in Almighty without losing heart. Our efforts and God's blessings together can get us out of every trouble. Therefore, whenever in your life you feel like your plan is failing, everything is happening against your wish, can get us out of every trouble. Therefore, whenever in your life you feel like your plan is failing, everything is happening against your wish, always remember that perhaps God has some other plan for you. And his plan is always bigger, bolder, and better than your plan for yourself.